Good evening, folks, and welcome to Canadian Western Bank Center here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and welcome to the month of September. We are here ready for the second month of PIHANA hockey to get underway. We find ourselves here in Calgary as the Boston Yachts are in town for an international matchup between these two foes. Face-off, opening draw, ready to go, and we are off and running. The Calgary Stallions here at home against the Boston Yachts, coming off their second game of a back-to-back, getting thumped last night by Edmonton. We'll see you here with some Monday Night Hockey. Enjoy, folks. Bogron now with it for Boston. He's hit there in the neutral zone. King with it for a second. He'll lose it to Pedersen. Gunne Pedersen goes to the near boards to Warshevsky. He almost turns it over. Now Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov with a chance. Down low to Reinhardt. Clanged off the iron and hops straight up in the air. Puck comes down to Kuznetsov. He can't get a shot away. Backlov now with it for Boston. He'll go up ice to King. Gets it over to Anderson. Anderson will skate with a good move. Oh, Anderson with a great move around Bernier, but then able to get it on net. Puck comes free, and now Anderson with it again. And he's denied by Fauschenbauer. Anderson up high to Braun. He's hit there. Stevens now with it kicked out. King then with the rebound, and he scores. So it'll be Jackson King first on the board here today. That top line for Boston continues to do basically everything for this Boston Yacht offense now. As Boston still finds themselves in last place in the America Division as we head to the second month of the season. Olav Antonison with it behind the net. He'll get it up ice to Schvital. Over to Christensen. Christensen will flip in. Magnuson kind of skates out in front of his net and runs into his goaltender there, and Fauschenbauer will just hold on to it there. Abedisiani in net for Boston. We have not called his name yet today, but yes, Ronnie Abedisiani. They had Sobel start yesterday. He went about 2/3 of the game before being pulled. And they've gone to Abedisiani here today. One-timer denied there. Svital with an opportunity. Puck comes to the corner. They'll continue to wrestle for it. Now Laine will have it. He'll look to skate out of his own zone, and he will. He'll put the brakes on, get it over to Magnuson, turns it over to Wilkinson. Christensen with it. He'll turn in his own zone. Vinogradov now to Schvital. O'Shea goes over to Schvital. Schvital pounded into the glass there by Magnuson. Joakim Magnuson now has the puck. He'll get it up to Wilkinson. He'll look to advance. Cross the red line. Wilkinson will flip in. Puck comes behind the net to Vinogradov. He'll go for a skate. Vinogradov up to Jordan. Brandon Jordan across the blue line. Being watched there by Shepard. Third line against third line out here now. Cherry with a shot denied there by Fauschenbauer. Christensen gets it to Jordan. They'll cycle up top to Antonison. Now into the slot to Cherry. He can't get anything. Puck is loose. Now Cherry. He'll lose the puck there. Mateus Shepard in the corner. Puck kicked free for a second, and now it'll get up to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich goes cross ice. Fyodorov will have it. Fyodorov tries to cut to the middle, unable to. Fyodorov now on a backhand, can't get anything through. Brandon Jordan will have it. Jordan gets it up ice to Cherry. Cherry across the blue line. Cherry stops, looks for a shot, denied by Fauschenbauer, and he'll cover that with the glove. Face-off now coming here to the left of Fauschenbauer, and it'll be won by Boston. Tipton with a chance, kicked out. Good save by Fauschenbauer off the quick fire by Barry Tipton. Fourth line out here for Boston. Against his fourth line for Calgary. Shot. I think that might have hit Abedisiani in the mask there. Petrick now to the red line and now enters the zone. Petrick hit hard there. Robbie Delaney with it. He'll turn. Get it over to Warshevsky. Go up ice to Alden. Alden goes cross ice to Slater. Slater across the blue line. He'll lose the puck there. Johan Joubert now with it. He's hammered into the Calgary bench there. Bernier turns in his own zone. Gets it over to Alden. Alden along the near boards. Gets it across to Delaney. Delaney holding the defender off. The flip back. Slater now with a chance. Kicked out by by Abedisiani. Dale Kolar now on it for Boston. They'll advance up ice to Stevens. Stevens cuts through King. Glove by Fauschenbauer. King with a good opportunity for his second of the night. Face off again, coming to the left of Fauschenbauer. King with his 12th on the season. Continues to be one of the high scores in this first line, is specifically for Boston. Continues to be one of the most efficient lines in hockey. King with it behind the net. In front to Stevens. Stevens. Shot gets blocked to the corner. Reinhardt will skate onto it. He'll get it over to Reed. Now up ice to Pettersson. Approaching the halfway point of this first period here. Kuznetsov with a chance. Gets knocked away. Now Reinhardt with a chance. Doesn't get it on net. Comes back to the point to Reed. Reed still with it. He'll go down to Kuznetsov to Reinhardt, who gets a shot blocked to the corner. Pettersson, first one on it. Good pressure here by Calgary. Can they get something? Antonison will take it away from Boston. They'll clear the zone. Anderson now skating through. King with a chance. Puck is loose, and Fauschenbauer will dive on top of that. So good opportunity there. Anderson sets up King. Fauschenbauer stopped it, but it was loose for a second, and he didn't really know where the puck was, and finally he dove on top of it to get the whistle. Puck turned over there. Miller now with it. Leon Miller across the blue line, being watched by 4 Yachts. Over to line A, glove by Abedisiani, and he'll hold right there. Good opportunity there for the second line for Calgary. Face-off now coming between Wilkinson and Schvital. Wilkinson wins it back. Slap shot. Oh, it's get blocked by his own teammate, Laine. Backlov now with it for Boston. He'll look to get up ice. He'll get it over to O'Shea. O'Shea turns, gets it up ice to Schvital. He's hammered at the blue line. I believe that's Stas Borshevsky with the big hit. Puck comes free. Wilkinson skates onto it. Gets it over to Laine along the far boards. He's hammered by his own bench. Wilkinson now carries into the zone. He's hit by Backlov. Loses the puck, and now Backlov will have it. Penalty going to come up here. Believe it's on Miller. O'Shea across the blue line. He'll lose the puck, and it'll be in the skates there, and we will get the call. It will be Leon Miller, guilty of a trip. So he'll head to the box. Yep, be easy trip there on Miller. Anderson against Delaney here in the dot. So top power play unit against top kill unit. Delaney able to win the faceoff away. They can't clear though. Magnuson hits it off the back of his centerman. Now Stevens will have it in the neutral zone. Wait. And now they'll be able to tag up and get in. Anderson. Cross to Stevens. Back to Anderson. It's behind Fauschenbauer, but he's able to get a glove on top of that one. So puck was nearing that goal line. Fauschenbauer able to dive on top of it. Second unit against second unit now. Schvital will go up against Pettersson in the dot. Schvital wins it back. And it will be held in the zone by Christensen. Over to O'Shea. Back up high to Vinogradov. Now Christensen with a slap shot. Blocked all the way to the corner. Pettersson on it. He'll go up to Shepard. Shepard stopped there at the blue line. Christensen then carries it in offside. So we'll come outside the Calgary zone for a draw. Pettersson now against Anderson, so just a quick break for that top unit, and they're back out there. Vinogradov hit as he enters the zone. Warshevsky now across to Bernier, and Bernier able to get that clear for Calgary. Christensen picks it up behind his own goal line, advances to Anderson. Anderson across the blue line. Anderson trying to carry through. Comes on net to Fauschenbauer, and he's able to kick it out. Tay Shepard flips it. Puck comes to Christensen. Christensen now will go first skate. He'll get it up to Stevens. Stevens across the blue line. Stevens back to Anderson. Anderson with a shot goes wide. King in front to Stevens. And it's saved there by Fauschenbauer. Looked like a blocker save. And he's able to get a hold and control of that one is Fauschenbauer. Delaney against Schvital now. Schvital kicks it back. Jordan to Joubert, and it's turned over. Slater now with it. Just 15 seconds left here on the Boston power play. Calgary so far has been able to clear. Cherry hit there at the blue line, loses the puck, and Slater will skate onto it. And it's turned over. Cherry back to the point to Jordan over to Schvital. They score! So right after the power play, Nick O'Shea on the board for Boston there. So great little tic-tac-toe play. Sets up Nick O'Shea. Not a power play goal, comes just after the 5-on-5 had begun. So now Boston, the last place team in the America Division, with a 2-0 lead here on the second game of a back-to-back. You know they're feeling a little sting from their game at Edmonton last night. Did not perform well. Were wholly outplayed by the Dinos yesterday. They're taking it to the Stallions here through the first 15 minutes. Puck is loose. Pettersson up to the point to Magnuson to Reinhardt. He'll play catch, and now Bork will have it. Back to Magnuson once again. Magnuson skates in. Back to Bork. Bork! Shot just goes high. Vinogradov able to pick it up in the corner. Poked away by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov gets it to Pettersson. Oh, he tried to get it out front to Reinhardt, and it was turned over. Stratal now with it. He'll cross the blue line into the zone. Stratal across the blue line, continues to carry, gets bumped off the puck, and now Reinhardt with it. He'll go to Bork. Bork turns it over at center ice to Petrick. O'Shea with the goal moments ago will flip in. Magnuson back on there being watched by Petrick. Bork gets it up ice to Laine. Laine across the line. Loses the puck. Abraham now with it. Abraham over to Petrick. Petrick reverses ice. Gets it over to Abraham. Abraham turns it over. Pettersson gets it across to Miller. Miller tried to get down, and Cron intercepts that one. Beaugrand now will skate. He'll get across the blue line. He'll continue. He'll do a little turn. Petrick. No room there to get a shot through. Bork will take it. 2 minutes left here in the first. 2-0 for the road team. Boston here tonight at Canadian Western Bank Center. Petrick over to Abraham, and he can't really get a good shot away. It's underneath Fauschenbauer, and he will actually keep play going. Bernier now will go up ice to Miller. Miller carries, gets it to the blue line. Miller carries across. Puck is loose there. Now Miller with a chance, can't get a shot away. Pettersson at the side of the cage, and they score! So a great play there. Pettersson able to skate onto it and leaves it for Marcus Laine, who had a wide open goal mouth there and stuffs it through. Pettersson and Miller with the assists on the play. Just under a minute left here in the first, and we are 2-1. Turned over there, Jordan, who tried to feed it up to Cherry. Couldn't quite get it through. Shepard will skate to the corner. He'll lose the puck for a second. Still loose there. Braun and Shepard battle, and Beaugrand able to get away with it. Jordan goes to Adelson. Adelson stops. Gives it back to Gron. Gron will walk down the boards, and now Adelson in the slot. Shot gets kicked to the side. Bogdanovich with 2 seconds left, just looking to clear the zone. They don't, but the period will end anyway. As the horn sounds, the end of the first period here from Calgary. Boston, a surprising 2-1 lead. The Laine goal right there gets us back to a one-goal game, I should say. We're going to take our first intermission, and we'll be back with you for the start of the second period. Good evening, folks, and welcome back. I am Let's Talk, excited to be with you here from Canadian Western Bank Center in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, home of the Calgary Stallions. So we have a good game here through 20 minutes. The Boston Yachts, the road team, and the underdog here tonight, leading 2-1 on the home team and one of the powerhouses of the early season, the Calgary Stallions. Puck is brought in there by Stevens. He's hammered into the boards by Bernier. What a good hit there. Stevens back up and now skates into the play. Puck is kicked down. Picked up by Bernier. Bernier will skate behind his cage. Get it over to Warshevsky. Warshevsky up ice to Pettersson. To Reinhardt. Reinhardt sticked away. Reinhardt's shot gets blocked, and then a shot there by Pettersson. And is denied by Bedesiani. He tried to stuff it home. And the Boston netminder able to stand up to that. So now face off here, Chatal against Wilkinson. Wilkinson wins it back, goes cross ice to Bernier, down the line over to Warshevsky, and it's knocked away. Chatal will have it, he'll skate. Chatal across the red line continues. Chatal with it over to O'Shea, and it's knocked out of the zone as Grand tried to keep it in. So we'll be offside. Just about 2 minutes gone here. Backlov now in. Backlov kicked away by Fauschenbauer. Line now with it in neutral's ice. Gets it up to Bork. Goes cross ice to Miller. Miller at the far boards. Flips it in deep. Backlov with it now. He'll try to kick it free. Christensen will have it. He'll go up ice to O'Shea. Nick O'Shea. A goal earlier tonight. Right now the game winner here. Kicked away by Fauschenbauer, and he'll hold right there. O'Shea with his 8th on the season. And Laine with his 7th on the season. So big goal scorers so far here tonight, the ones on the board. See if some of that depth can show out for either of these teams. Comes free. Cherry goes up high to Jordan, now to Adolfson. Adolfson will skate down into the corner. He'll go to Cherry behind the net. One-timer by Jordan, and it's denied by Fauschenbauer. Good save there. And now Laine will bring it in. Laine hit to the boards by Backlov. Puck is loose, and now in free to Miller. And he's hammered there in the slot area before he can get a shot away. Up ice, it'll be Cherry now with it. Cherry across the blue line. Cherry tried to feed it to the middle, and Wilkinson intercepted and cleared it. Puck is in the neutral zone, and now will be sent down into the Boston end of things, and now Braun will have it. He'll go up to Jordan, over to Cherry. Backlov over to Adolfson. Adolfson goes cross ice to King. To Adolfson, kicked out. Adolfson now with it. King denied by Fauschenbauer. And he will know. He decides to play it. King actually put that one wide. He had a great opportunity, did King. Not sure what Fauschenbauer was trying to do there, but he relinquishes the puck. Fyodorov now with a chance. Oh, and it's blockered away by Bedesiani. Great opportunity by Fyodorov. As the puck came loose to him in that slot area. Now Anderson with King. 2-on-1 here. Goes back. King now with it to Stevens. Denied by Fauschenbauer. So they finally ended up with about a 3-on-2. Did Boston, and it was denied by Fauschenbauer. Face off now. Pedersen against Anderson. Pedersen wins it back. Bernier will have it. He'll go to Warshevsky. Goes up ice to Reinhardt. Reinhardt across the blue line now enters the zone. Puck is loose there. King will have it. King with some room. He's being watched there. Oh, and he'll be tripped. Magnuson just trying to get a stick in to disrupt King on the attack, and he ended up just flat out tripping the guy. So Magnuson will take a seat for a couple minutes here. Easy call in the open ice too. Everybody saw it. No question at all. Boston 0-1 on their only power play so far here tonight. Anderson will go up against Delaney, top unit against top unit. Anderson flips it back to Christensen, goes over to Stevens. One-timer by Anderson, and it's denied. Good setup there on a little seam pass. Stevens then gets it kicked out by Fauschenbauer, and Delaney will have it. He'll try to clear, and it will just get into the neutral zone. Christensen tries to carry in, he will. Over to Anderson. Anderson back to Stevens, back to Anderson, and it's blocked. Great passing there by this top unit. King goes up high to Vinogradov, back to Christensen, over to Anderson on the wing. Stevens will cut in. Stevens tried to jam it, and Fauschenbauer denies him. Puck is flipped out to the neutral zone where Christensen will pick it up. He's met at the boards in his own blue line. Now Anderson will carry. They got a 3-on-2 here. Stevens drags across. Can't get anything. Goes across to King, and it's blocked away by Fauschenbauer. Good seam pass again. Boston doing a great job. I don't know if they've found some holes in this Calgary penalty kill just on this power play alone, where they've had a few seam passes. But Fauschenbauer is at the answer every single time. We have 11.5 left here in the second. O'Shea retreats, gets it up ice to Vinogradov. Now Cherry. Cherry tries to enter. It's knocked away. Vinogradov with it. Goes up ice. It's Christensen. Christensen with a point shot, and it's blocked. Puck stays in the zone. O'Shea skates down across to Schwatal, and it's denied again by the blocker. Another great little seam pass by this Yachts team. Bork now with it. He'll go up ice to Wilkinson, goes across to Delaney. Delaney gets it knocked off his stick. Christensen will have it. Christensen goes up ice to Schvital. Schvital goes over to O'Shea. Schvital to Cherry. Cherry kicked out, and Fauschenbauer will jump on top of that. Schvital against Wilkinson now. And it's won back by Wilkinson. Warshevsky with it. He's pressed to the boards there. Tries to kick it free. They'll continue to battle. Warshevsky will have it. Stas Warshevsky goes up to Laine. Laine to the red line and in. Puck comes back to Backlov. Backlov kicks it up the boards. Christensen will have it. He'll go up to Schvital. Schvital across the red line and in. Puck picked up back there by Warshevsky. He's pressed to the boards. Kicks it free. Gron will have it. Bo Gron out front to Abraham, and it's blockered up in the air by Fauschenbauer. Puck comes back down to Abraham. In front, Abraham, he scores! So that fourth line with some slick passing. Couldn't see, was that Petrik behind the net with a great setup? It was. Vlatko Petrik with a great setup of Abraham there. As he picked the puck up behind the net. It was a little give and go between Abraham and Petrik. And so now a 3-1 lead for the visiting Yachts here in Calgary. Puck is loose and Warshevsky will pick it up. Approaching 8.5 minutes left here in the second period. Boston with a 3-1 lead on the Stallions here. First game of the month of September. We have one more game coming up later tonight. New York will be in Minnesota. Two teams in the America Division looking to make their continued run towards the postseason. Reinhardt goes behind the net. Puck is loose. Kuznetsov now with it. He'll go up to the point to Bernier, down to Pettersson. Pettersson's shot gets blocked. Abraham will take it. Danny Abraham goes off the boards and up, and he'll be picked off by Warshevsky. Puck will be sent into the Boston bench. Not sure what exactly deflection caused that, but we will have a face-off now in the neutral zone. Boston dominating 28 shots to Calgary's 7. Face-off won by Boston. Stevens in. Stevens gets hammered to the boards there, and Fyodorov will pick it up. Fyodorov goes for a skate behind his net, and now he'll get up ice. Bogdanovich now with it. Goes up ice to Shepard. See if this third line can give a spark to the Stallions here, and he turns it over. Bogran with it goes up to King. King gets it to Backlov. Backlov swerving a little bit. Now gets it up ice to Bogdanovich, and it's turned over. Fyodorov met there at the blue line. Backlov will have it. Backlov turns, gets it over to Anderson. Anderson to the red line, now King. King has it. King continues with it. He'll go carry all the way to the corner. He's met there by Winslow. Tries to kick it up the boards. Fyodorov picks it off. Fyodorov up ice to Shepard. Shepard enters the zone. Has a couple people in the middle. Has Winslow denied there, and Bogdanovich. I don't know if he got a shot on net too. Wilkinson at the point. Almost turns it over, and now he does. Stevens, 4.5 minutes left here in the second. Carries to the corner, tries to flip it out in front, and it'll be Anderson that'll pick up the puck. Anderson in front, denied by Fauschenbauer. Puck sent cross, ring to Laine. Laine to the trailer, Bork. Shot doesn't get on net. Miller now with a chance. Doesn't get a shot away, and O'Shea will have it. O'Shea across the blue line. Shot goes wide. Puck ends up behind the cage, and Bork for Calgary will pick it up. Bork to the red line, up to Miller. Miller to Laine. Laine tries to feed it to the front. Shot goes off the cage there. Christensen with it. He'll kick it, try to kick it behind his own net, and Vinogradov will skate onto it. Vinogradov looking to get it out of the zone. Gets it up to O'Shea. O'Shea will flip in. Magnuson with it, gets it up to Laine. Laine across the blue line, looking to enter. He gets bumped to the boards. He'll continue on the puck with persistence by Laine, but now he finally does lose it, and Gron will skate it out of the zone. Gron for Boston. The defenseman continues to carry. Shot doesn't get through. Gron with a chance, and then Cherry now picks it up. Tries to go back, cross ice to Gron, and it's intercepted. Miller on it for Calgary. Comes behind the Calgary net, and he'll look to get it up ice. He will. Laine bump to the boards there. Will be picked up by Adelson. Now to Jordan. Jordan in the slot. Shot doesn't get through. Jordan with another chance, and Fauschenbauer will hold that one. Exactly 48 seconds left here in the second. A bit of a surprising result here through the almost first 40 minutes. The Yachts have come into Calgary on the second game of a back-to-back and played very, very well here tonight against the Stallions. Reinhardt now with the chance. They come three aside. Kuznetsov at the side of the cage. Can't jam it through, and Abedisiani will hold right there with 15 seconds left here in the period. Face off now, Pedersen against Abraham. Orshevsky glove by Abedisiani. Good opportunity there by Stas. Puck sent up on Petrick is obliterated there. Abraham will come in just onside, and it's a blocker save to finish off the period by Fauschenbauer. But a one-goal period, and it belongs to Danny Abraham on the little give and go with him and Vlatko Petrick as he stuffs it by Fauschenbauer right there. So we're going to take our second intermission break, and we'll be back with you for the start of the third period here between the Yachts and the Stallions. All right, folks, welcome back. For the third period, I'm Les Talk. Excited to be with you here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada at the Canadian Western Bank Centre. We are ready for the third period, opening draw, and here we go. Boston, the underdog coming in here tonight, the road team, with a 3-1 lead as we enter the final period. Only 11 shots on goal for the Stallions here. I imagine the message there in that second intermission was we just got to get pucks on net. Force Abedisiani to make some saves here. And we'll see what Calgary can do here as they trail to start this third and final period. Standings right now as we sit. Calgary and Montreal tied at 27 points. Calgary with the lead because they've had 9 wins. 9 regulation wins. Montreal only with 8. So despite playing the same amount of games, Calgary does have the lead on Montreal in the tiebreaker for that second place spot. But with a loss here today, they would actually technically they would fall behind because they wouldn't have the points percentage advantage anymore. Puck loose in front. Pedersen shot gets gloved by Abedisiani, and he'll hold right there. Boston, on the other hand, with a regulation win today, would move just 3 points back of Chicago for the fourth place spot in the America Division as they look to continue to make that a little closer race in the America Division. Face off here to the left of Bedissiani. Shvital will win it back to Backlov. Goes over to Gron, now to Shvital. Shvital, 2 minutes gone here in the third period. Wilkinson with some room. Gets it over to Miller. Oh, and it goes off a skate in front. It comes back, and O'Shea will pick it up for Boston. He'll go to his own corner. Shvital now to Backlov. Backlov trying to skate out of the zone. It gets sticked away. Christensen with it. He'll lose it there. Wilkinson and O'Shea battle for it. Puck still free behind the cage, and now Christensen will have it. He'll get it up ice. Puck turned over there. Miller will have it. Miller goes up ice to Wilkinson. Wilkinson tries to get to the front, and Bogran will knock him off the puck. Puck is still loose there behind the cage, and it comes free. Miller up to Bernier. Oh, and they score! It is Line A again. What a great pass there from Pascal Bernier to set up Line A for another one here tonight. Put it right on the tape of Line A, and he was able to just sort of pitch it right home past the Bedissiani. So now just a 1-goal game. We've got 4 minutes gone here in the third. Home fans now rising to their feet, excited with what this team can do. This team has been known for some crazy comebacks in the first month of the season. Can they do the same in the second month of the season? Shepard now will skate to the middle. Bogdanovich knocked down by Bedissiani. And we will have a power play here. Is there going to be an interference call? There is. So Nil Vinogradov going to be guilty of interference, I should say. So it looked like he was just boxing somebody out in the middle there. Yep, just boxing Fyodorov out of that slot area. So now Calgary with a great opportunity. Fyodorov wins it back to Winslow, goes cross ice to Slater. Slater tries to skate down and will lose the puck. Adolfson now with it will flip it out. And that'll go 200 feet. Or Winslow will pick it up for Calgary. Winslow goes for a skate, goes off the boards, turns it over though. Jordan now to Joubert. Joubert retreats, just killing some time, and now he'll flip it in. Slater gets it to Miller. Miller knocked off the puck, and now Fyodorov will have it. Fyodorov gets it to Miller. Miller with a chance. He scores! So Leon Miller on the power play. And just like that, in about 5.5 minutes, the Stallions have now made it a tie game here in the third. Face-off won by Calgary as all the momentum on the home side. And right now, puck is sent in deep. It'll be picked up by Joubert. Joubert frees it up to Anderson. Anderson will retreat and get it up to Kolar. So Kolar over to Stevens. Stevens across the blue line. Stevens with a chance. Oh, and he tried to just sort of poke it by his... Like he had Fauschenbauer out of position, but Fauschenbauer able to just get enough of it to keep it out of the net. Pedersen against Anderson once again. One back. Backlov kicked away there. Good opportunity by Sasha Backlov, and it was denied by Fauschenbauer. Subin Bork now with it across the red line. He'll get it up to Reinhardt. He's hammered there. Kuznetsov across to Pedersen. Shot goes wide. Backlov on it behind the cage. He'll look to kick it free. He'll kick it up the boards. It'll come to Gron. Bogran skates up ice to King. He'll get it to Bork. Subin Bork across the blue line. Feeds it over and it's turned over. Reinhardt now with it. Loses the puck there. O'Shea will have it. Bogran with it. He'll get it up ice to O'Shea. Turn it over. Puck comes back to Bork. Bork loses the puck and Gron will pick it up. Bogran tries to flip it in, and Magnuson will have it. Kuznetsov's going to be tripped. So Nick O'Shea had the second goal on the night for Boston. Now he will take a seat in the box right now in a big spot here. Faceoff will be won by Calgary. Oh, and a huge hit there on Slater. He's still down. Now he's back up to his skates. And puck will be cleared out for Boston. Miller goes off the boards up to Fyodorov. Fyodorov with a little bit of room. Cross to Miller. Miller with the power play goal moments ago. Denied there, though. Adolfson will clear it. 9 minutes gone here in the third. Winslow up ice to Slater. Slater to Fyodorov. Enters his zone, flips it over to Miller. Miller gets it ticked away. Miller tries to continue towards the net, and Kolar takes it away. Puck free to Delaney. Miller. Oh, a great one-timer there. And it was denied by Bedesiani. Puck skipped all the way down, and now Slater will have it. Gets it to Miller, now to Delaney. Delaney across the blue line. Delaney loses the puck. He'll continue to tries to carry it up in the corner, and he'll lose the puck. Dale Kolar with it, and he'll get it out. Valentine Winslow goes up ice to Miller. Miller to Delaney. Delaney trying to skate through. Shot gets knocked away, and Kolar will have it. Pascal Bernier on it. Up to Reinhardt. Reinhardt across the blue line. Tries to flip it in front, and it's denied. Puck is loose behind the Boston cage. Now Jordan will have it as we're back to 5-on-5, so Boston able to kill off that penalty and keep it a even game, 3 apiece. Here's we enter the final half of the third period. O'Shea in front, denied there. Looked like it was Anderson sneaking in. Bernier now will go on the attack. He'll lose the puck right before the blue line. Picked up by Pedersen. Tried into the zone. They'll be on sides. Line to Bernier with a lot of room. Oh, and Reinhardt shot gets blocked to the corner. Reinhardt with it behind the cage. Gets it up to Kuznetsov. He'll get it knocked away. Reinhardt tries to cut to the front of the net, and he's bumped off the puck. Stevens will have it now. Stevens being watched there by a few Stallions, and he'll lose the puck there as he tried to get a shot away. Got up, bumped off. Kuznetsov with it. He's hammered to the boards. Puck comes out of the zone. Reinhardt has to reset. Gets it over to Bogdanovich. Puck comes loose to Reinhardt. Reinhardt bumped into the boards. Graun with it. Graun looking to advance up ice. And he'll be tripped. So Bogdanovich going to be guilty of a trip here. And sent Boston onto the power play after they had just gotten a great kill to deny Calgary from taking the lead. So Bogdanovich going to be guilty of the trip there. And now we'll have Delaney against Vital, so they'll start with the second unit here. See if that can change their luck at all for the Yachts. Slater with the puck, and he'll flip it out. Approaching 6.5 minutes left here in the third period. Oh, and it's taken away. Slater with a chance in front of Delaney. Oh, and it's looked like Jordan might have got a stick on that one to break things up. Vital with an opportunity goes cross ice to Slater, and Slater will flip it out. Cherry now with the puck, cross the red line, enters the zone. Slater with it, shorthanded. Slater will just dump in. Under 6 now, here in the third. Cherry will enter the zone with Schvital. Schvital's shot gets blocked, and Magnuson will have it. He'll be able to clear there. So just 37 seconds left here on the power play. Go up ice to O'Shea. O'Shea on the attack. Gets it to Cherry. Cherry trying to cut in, and he's bumped off the puck. Cherry back with it. Trying to feed it down to Schvital, and it was broken up. Schvital goes cross ice to Jordan. Jordan with a chance. Kicked out. And O'Shea! This power play goal will count. So it is Nick O'Shea. Set up by Brandon Jordan on the rebound. So now, with just over 5 minutes left, Boston has recaptured the lead that they had coughed up earlier in the period, and see if they can hold on to it for the final 5:07 here. Pedersen into the zone. Glove saved by Bedesiani, and he'll hold right there. Face off here, and King for Boston will take it away. King tries to drag through, flips it to the middle, and Pedersen will pick it off. Pedersen with it behind his cage, goes up with a backhand flip to Warshevsky. Now puck is up ice to Kuznetsov. He's hammered there at the blue line. Stevens with it. He'll go to the near boards to King. King still with it. Gets it over to Stevens. Shot doesn't get through. Puck sent up to Laine. Warshevsky now with it. Gets it up to Wilkinson. They'll continue to battle there. Now Bernier has it. Puck is loose. Bernier across the blue line. Looking for a trailer. Gets it back, but O'Shea with a good back check to intercept there. Laine looking for a hat trick here tonight at home. And it would be a big hat trick here as it would tie the game. We only have 2.5 minutes left here in the third. Wilkinson over to Bernier. Turned over. O'Shea, cross ice now. Anderson with a chance, looking for a 2-goal lead. Shot goes wide there by Christensen. O'Shea will have it. He'll be bumped to the boards by Bogdanovich, and then O'Shea tries to jam it in front, and it's denied by Fauschenbauer. Kicked away again by Fauschenbauer. 90 seconds left here for Calgary. Opportunity to get things even. Puck hops in the air, goes behind the cage. Bogdanovich with a good chance there was sticked away by Bedesiani. Puck is loose, and Shepard will take it. Wilkinson tries to carry down. He'll have it in the corner. Under a minute now. Warshevsky goes cross ice to Bork. Bork shot gets blocked to the corner. Wilkinson will have it up to Bogdanovich. Loses the puck there, and Spatal will skate away. Not sure why they didn't get Fauschenbauer out of the cage. He's still in the net. We're now under 40 seconds left here, and there he goes. Reinhardt with a chance. Goes cross ice to Bork. Down in front. Reinhardt denied there. Backlov up to Adolfsson. Adolfsson will skate it up to Cherry and then turned over. Pettersson just onside. Pettersson now with it in the corner in front. Oh, and it's taken away by Backlov. Puck will go to the corner. Backlov will have it, being watched by Reed. Backlov looking to get it up ice. He'll get it over to Braun. Up to Jordan. Brandon Jordan. He buries it. So the empty netter for Brandon Jordan is going to seal things here tonight and give Boston a 5-3 victory over the Stallions here on the road. So they make up for their very disappointing performance, losing 10-6 last night in Edmonton. They make a great effort here. They come away with a 5-3 victory, just 5 seconds left. Jordan will skate it to the corner, go behind the cage to Cherry. Cherry pressed to the boards there by Magnuson, and the horn will sound. So a great road win for the Boston Yachts as they come into Calgary and come away with 3 points to get even closer to that 4th place spot and Chicago, as the Stallions' failed attempt here drops them out of 2nd place in the tiebreaker. Go ahead and enjoy these highlights. We'll be back with you for our post-game stats and information right after this. All right, thank you for joining us for our post-game coverage. I am Les Talk. We are here at Canadian Western Bank Center as the Calgary Stallions unable to come up with a win. The Boston Yachts, the underdogs here today on a second of a back-to-back, come away with the win here on the road. We take a look at the team stats in front of you, and it's not really surprising to see how Boston was able to come away with this win when you just look at that top stat. 40 shots for the Yachts, only 20 for Calgary here tonight. So Boston far outweighing the opportunities by Calgary, and that's how you come away with a win on the road in a hostile environment here in Calgary. Hits just slightly in favor for Boston, 36-34. Face-offs just in favor of Boston. Pretty continuous action here today. Not a ton of face-offs, only 20-16. Both teams do come away with a power play goal here tonight. Yes, that's right. O'Shea's second one was a power play goal. I didn't mark that down. I was a little confused for a second. O'Shea with the power play goal, and then Miller with the power play goals. Boston goes 1 of 3, and Calgary goes 1 of 2. Take a look at the individual stats here from tonight. 2 3-point getters for Boston here tonight. O'Shea with 2 goals and an assist, and then Jordan with a goal and 2 assists. Jordan with the empty netter there to get his 3rd point on the night. 2 points for Braun and Spatal with 2 assists each. And then our single point getters, we have King and Abraham with a goal, and then Backlov, Stevens, and Petrick with an assist, which means a bit of a surprising number there. But Calvin Anderson, no points here tonight for the Yachts. Also in that no-point category, we have Vinogradov, Joubert, Christensen, Antonison, Kolar, Cherry, Adolfsson, and Tipton. Take a look at our shots leaders. 5 for a whole handful of people with O'Shea, Jordan, King, Stevens, and Anderson, all with 5 shots on goal today. Cherry just bringing up there with 4 as well. And then our hits leaders, Ron, Anderson, Backlov, 7, 6, and 6 respectively. O'Shea with 5 and Vinogradov with 4. Take a peek at the goaltending. The stats are not going to bear this out, but Bedesiani was not bad here tonight. Only had to face 20 shots, comes up with 17 saves for an 857 save percentage, so not an amazing effort. But I will say, I think that's just because of the lack of opportunities. I think he actually was very good tonight and was able to kind of shut the door late on Calgary as they made a push in the third period, late in the third period. Now head across the aisle to Calgary. 3 points tonight for Leon Miller with a goal and 2 assists, and then we have Laine with 2 goals for 2 points. And then Bernier, Pettersson, Fyodorov, and Slater all with 1 point as well. So no points for Warshevsky, Reinhart, Kuznetsov, Magnuson, Wilkinson, Bork, Reed, Delaney, Shepard, Bogdanovich, Winslow, and Alden. Our shots leaders, again, only 20 shots, so not many to choose from. Pettersson and Laine with 4 and 3, and then Bogdanovich, also with 3 shots on goal here today. And then our hits leaders, Warshevsky with 9, Bork 7, Bernier 5, Pettersson 4. So good performance there. And then the goaltending, again, Fauschenbauer is going to look like he had a pretty good game because he faced a lot of shots. I thought Bedesiani outplayed him here today. 39 shots against for Fauschenbauer, comes up with 35 saves for an 897 save percentage. There was the empty netter to finish things off to make it a 5-3 game here tonight. We'll now take a peek at some of the goals that we're going to be able to see here tonight. So we take a look at the first period. Let's do the O'Shea goal. So Nick O'Shea here on this little tic-tac-toe play. Very good passing here. They go cross ice and then get it right back to where the puck came from, and O'Shea able to bury it past. We'll see it here from this top-down angle there, and then across, and O'Shea buries it past Fauschenbauer there, and then Marcus Laine with the goal here. Pettersson with a good setup. Just sort of flips it back as the puck comes free at the side of the cage. He waits, and then Laine skating through from the boards, able to get free of his defender with that speed, gets to the front of the net and buries it past a wide open cage past Bedesiani. Second period, Danny Abraham, the only goal to make it a 3-1 game, is a little give and go. Petrick behind the net gives it out to Abraham, and Abraham able to tuck it past Fauschenbauer as he gets it down to Petrick. He'll give it right back to Abraham as he beats, I couldn't tell who that was. I think that's Warshevsky. He beats Warshevsky to the front of the cage and able to bury it past Fauschenbauer. Then we'll show you the Miller power play goal here. Absolutely just blisters that one past Ronnie Bedesiani. We'll see it one more time here. No one stays with Miller as he just sort of fills that middle lane here. Fyodorov gets it across, nobody with him, and Miller with just all kinds of room. He's able to bury that. And then the game winner here tonight, Nick O'Shea, off the rebound from Brandon Jordan with a little backhand flip. Avoids the blocker of Fauschenbauer. Right there as he buries it past Fauschenbauer. Let's see if we can get one more good angle here. So you have Jordan there, and then O'Shea, just a little backhand flip right over the blocker of Fauschenbauer. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from Calgary. Again, we got one more game coming up here tonight. It will be in Minnesota tonight. The New York Empire in Minnesota to take on as 2 American division foes go at it tonight. So I am Les Talk. Thank you so much for joining us here from Calgary. It's been a joy to be with you. We will see you out in Minnesota coming up next.